Welcome back to my channel, Streamy Pisces. Back to do a quick video. Um, Today I just want to ask a question. My question is, what is American culture? What is American culture? When you think about American culture, what comes to your mind? For me personally, when I think about American culture, I think about like sports, hot dogs, holidays, kind of like stuff like that. And now that I'm in a different state of mind, those things are really whack, to be honest with you. Um, there are a lot of people, a lot of black people that live here in America that are basically saying that they love American culture. It's very confusing to me because how can you love something that has programmed you to be less than? I feel like American culture is really dumbed down from the language to the foods to the customs to the traditions. This is not for black people. It's not for black. It was not set up for black people. This is European everything. It's a lot of black people. One, they don't want to be called black. They don't want to be called African. They want to totally disassociate themselves and separate themselves from a global community. And it's very disheartening at this point in the journey, because I just wonder, I'd be like, these people that want to hold on to America so much, and no mistake, I live here in this land by pretty much by force, because I did not ask to be born here. I did not ask to be here. I did not ask for my ancestors to be brought here. But it's like this group of people out there that are saying, we was here first. We was here first. I dig that portion of it because I feel that globally we were everywhere. But this place that we live in, I just don't want to be connected to something that is so hurtful. Something that has hurt us so much over the years. I want to get out. I feel like we're living in a frying pan. Do you feel that way? I feel like we are in a frying pan. And I feel like it's just only a matter of time before the heat gets turned up more and more chaos is brought forth. But yeah, it's just so many melanated people that are like, I'm American, Americanos, and all of this stuff. And then they be like, F that African, SHIT, bump that African stuff. And I feel like that's really dangerous. I feel like it's really dangerous for us to deny African culture. And they'll say, well, it was named after a white man, Africa, Africanos. You're going to get that a lot. So I just say, okay, we can call Africa Alkebulan. I think it's very dangerous for us to try to disassociate ourselves and to separate ourselves from other Africans globally, whether they are on the continent of Africa or whether they are in the Caribbean or in the UK or wherever, because we are all over the planet. We really need to come together and embrace the cultural differences, because there are so many cultural differences, but I feel like we need to go backwards. We need to go backwards. We need to practice Sankofa to uncover what once was in the past, cultural practices, cultural communication, how we communicated with each other. How did the man conduct himself? How did the woman conduct herself? How did the children conduct themselves? How do they deal with conflict resolution? How can we figure out how to build this thing back up amongst ourselves? I do feel in my heart, even though we are, I'm saying collectively, it would appear that the population is dumbed down, but collectively we have enough resources and enough mental smarts to rebuild, to build, to construct, to create something new. But we have to travel to the past in order to create the new, because otherwise, if we're just trying to create this new thing, we get all these trendy things that pop up that I don't feel that are really good for us. A lot of trendy things. I feel like a lot of melanated people are missing the spiritual concepts of what's happening. We're building businesses and doing all these wonderful things, but I feel like we're missing the spiritual essence of our ancestors and who we are. We are missing the nature, knowing that really nature is all that we need. Like, nature literally is everything. It provides everything that we need is already available. And we have to figure out how to reconnect with that. We're reconnecting or connecting with nature, with all those things that we take for granted. And the answers are there. The answers are within ourselves. There are so many people that are saying, I'm not black, I'm this, I'm that, but I'm not black. Black is a color. From my understanding, black is the essence. When I think of black, I think about the cosmos.
Since the start of the 20th century, telescopes have taken us beyond our planets and beyond our galaxy to see things we never dreamed of. They've shown us the very birth of our universe, invisible matter, and the mystery of dark energy.
I think about the galaxies, I think about space, I think about nighttime, I think about beauty. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, and it's so true. That is true. So why would we want to deny that? Why would we want to cling to quote-unquote American culture, which is based off of European culture? It's European culture. I remember when I was younger, a lot of people would come to me and they would be like, are you mixed with Indian? You got Indian in your family and all of this stuff. I didn't really know what was going on. But now that I know what's going on, I'm sure it was some quote-unquote Native Americans in my family, but really, this lighter skin came from rape. I had great-grandmothers that were raped by the lawyers and the doctors that came into Gloucester County, Virginia, to have sex with the African slaves, the black women that were there. That is how the lighter skin tone came to be. And that is what these people are calling American culture. We got a different phenotype, and we this and we that. My skin tone is because of my great, and that wasn't even that long ago. My great great grandmother was raped. She had children who were a product of that rape, and that's how we got this light skin. Wasn't about no damn Indian, Native American, nothing. It was due to rape. That's what that was. So that's why we in here in America have a different phenotype, because of rape. And it's just so sad that people are trying to glorify rape. And it's very painful, and I feel like it's very disrespectful to our ancestors, and we need to stop playing. We have to stop playing with this, and we just can't play games with this, because at some point in time we're going to need our ancestors. We need our ancestors every day, all day, 24/7. But for those of you that are like, oh, no connections to Africa, Al-Kabilan, you've gotten caught up in that wormhole of programming, of these new wave of people that are putting out this information, trying to sway you from being connected globally with your ancestors. Malcolm X said, why would you want to be a part of the minority when you are a part of the majority? Why would you? You want America, have it. If that's what you want, go ahead and have it. But just know that we are connected to something greater. We are connected to a global. We have to look at ourselves as a global unit, melanated global unit, so that we can shift things and change things. But first, we have to have an understanding within our own selves. Don't hate who you are. Don't hate the black in you. You cutting yourself off from your birthright. I'll never do it. I will never do it. There was a slave by the name of Adeline Lane, who was my great-great-grandmother, that was raped by a Caucasoid demon. And she brought forth a mulatto child by the name of Bessie Morse. And so much came along with that. And unfortunately, our ancestors couldn't talk about it. They just say, hey, we can't talk about these things. That was a long time ago. But we have to talk about it now. So I feel like I've been awakened in my bloodline to talk about these things. And bridge the gap and bring it back home. And I'm going to go back home. I'm going back home, getting out of this frying pan, and I'm going back home. Even though I feel like globally, white terrorism has plagued the entire planet, but I just still feel in my soul that we can figure this out. You know, we can figure this out amongst ourselves. I know that we can. I know that we're smart enough. I know that we can do this. And those black people, or the Negroes that don't want to have global unity,